Well, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
I don't mean to interrupt your maple sausages.
No, it's super cool. Like I'm literally just making sausages. Like let's
make this into
100%. Let me just pour them on a
cooking
plate.
rock and roll show.
Get this out of the way, and then I'm good to go. Like I'm 100%. Let's do this.
Awesome. Well, yeah, when I came across your band, it was really fun and exciting to discover a band that appreciates, 80s rock. And I listened to the whole EP, and it's just full of energy, and I'm really enjoying it. So can you talk a little bit about what kind of sparked your inspiration for this album, or the EP, I should say?
Well, I wanted to start a band like this, right? And I was working on a bunch of songs, fleshing out a bunch of tunes, for a good bit of time. And so I had, 5 solid, but I think I had 6, but I think we scrapped it. It didn't really fit much, but yeah, solid skeletons of these songs. And then Bobby just, he came in and threw the meat on them, and here we have the songs you hear. It's a very joyous effort, especially now, when we're writing, we're just able to send riffs back and forth, and then when we get together and we flesh everything out, working things.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see that are you still releasing the limited edition of the cassette? You said you just received them in the order, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The cassette is still like 100% being released. It is limited edition for the time being, but as Tommy would probably say also, it would be sweet to release more copies of our shit on EP. Like we love cassette.
Yeah.
So to have more like EPs released on cassette would be awesome. But we do have this limited edition thing going on. So
I think that's cool. Because there's actually a record shop, like a vinyl record shop, not too far from where I live. And every time I go in there, there's such a young crowd going in, buying cassette tapes and vinyl. So it seems to be, becoming popular again. I think people just appreciate having a physical copy of music.
For sure. It's something you can hold, right? It's all coming back around full circle. How a few years ago there was a resurgence of vinyl, and you've got all these record stores now, right? Tapes are following suit, right? And it just, I would collect vinyl, but I find it more pricier and bulkier, and but I don't know, something about cassettes, they're just pretty rad. Nice and small and compact, and they're not CDs. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like having a portable cassette player. You can just take it and walk around and press rewind to listen to the song again.
Cassettes rule.
Oh, nice.
I prefer cassettes over CDs, and the fact that if you open up a cassette case and the cassette drops out, it's still good to go. But if you open up a CD case and the CD drops out, you risk never being able to listen to that CD again. So.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm actually eating these maple sausages, so I apologize.
That's okay. I hope they're good. Yeah, I miss putting my finger in the hole and winding the tape if it ever came loose,
Big was putting a pencil or a pen in and just spinning it. That was a big moment. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I've always been this is my nerdy side, but always been into time travel and stuff. So I was wondering if you could time travel to see a band live, who would you go see?
It's the amount of people ask these questions. It's always so hard because we listen to so many groups, so many bands from different, genres, subgenres, stuff like that. But I guess for me, there was probably just go back to certain festivals, probably Us Festival, right?
Oh man, that festival kills it, right?
1983.
Yeah, that way you can see like so many bands at once.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Sunday show with Priest and Triumph and Van Halen, shit like that.
That'd be killer.
Oh.
And what do you think? Well, with this new wave of heavy metal and new wave of classic rock coming back, do you feel like we're going to be seeing more rock festivals in the future?
Oh, for sure.
It would be awesome. Like,
I'm definitely down for it. I would love to see more rock festivals than all these festivals.
There's definitely not as many as there once was. There's a lot more underground festivals throughout Europe, throughout North America, throughout South America too. South America has a huge heavy metal scene. Crazy. But definitely I definitely believe the whole resurgence of all these tunes. It's bound to happen. It's all like clockwork.
Yeah, I mean, I've already been seeing quite a few announcements for festivals, and I'm really hoping that they will take place this year.
Hopefully so. I really think a lot of places are jumping the gun. I mean, how can you not? I myself am, I'm super antsy. I'm already starting to, we're already starting to, look into booking tours. We're trying to, book shows, because that's the thing with so many bands on pause right now. Everyone and their brother's gonna be, who has a band, gonna be booking shows. So you could the venues that are left are gonna be packed out until who knows when. So
yeah, they're probably working overtime just going through their emails and
oh, of course
everyone's scrambling for the open dates.
Yeah, no, for sure. So you kind of got to be quick on the trigger, but it's all still so up in the air, especially in Canada.
Yeah. In Ontario, our stay-at-home order just extended again for the third time. So like for the third time, we're not allowed to leave our homes, kind of thing, So it was 4 weeks, then 6 weeks, now 8 weeks. So I mean, who knows when we're actually allowed to leave our houses and do things around here?
Yeah, it's crazy, like how different parts of the world are taking coronavirus and with a different attitude. Like down south, people are walking around without masks because the mayors are like, okay, people don't have to wear masks anymore. You're free to do what you want.
Well, yeah, I heard. Well, it's if you're fully vaccinated now, it's
yeah,
that's what I heard on the radio yesterday too. You're fully vaccinated, you can go in anywhere, no mask, no nothing, just go about your day.
Yeah, like
it would be fucking
nothing
sweet.
Happened. Yeah, but I think we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's there, and in some countries more so. Like New Zealand's been back in action for quite some time now because they shut down everything.
Yeah, and I think they had like the longest streak of no cases.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it like for like a month or something without a case?
Yeah, they were doing full stadium shows. I don't know what the deal is now, but I assume it's better than Canada.
Oh, yeah, of course. Any place you can like drink beers and see bands is better than where we are right now.
I wanted to ask you guys, like, what's your favorite concert memory from a show that you attended as a fan? Do you have like a memory that stands out?
I do. Tommy, you got one? I got a super cool one for me. Anyways, ready, go for it.
I've got two of my favorite shows. So 2007, I saw the Police on their reunion tour.
Oh, nice.
That was amazing. I talked to some older guys that have been listening to Police for 40 years, and they've never even saw that. So I hold that very near and dear. And also, I think it was like 2009 or roughly 2008, somewhere around there. I caught the Metal Masters tour, which was Judas Priest, Heaven and Hell, Motorhead, and Testament.
Oh,
And
wow.
the cool thing about that, I believe it was the last string of shows, last tour with both KK Downey and Glenn Tipton. So yeah, once again, hold that there in here.
Wow, that's awesome.
It was probably also one of the final runs with Dio living.
Yeah.
So that's also epic as fuck. Which I envy you for seeing.
Well, you can live vicariously through his memories.
We live vicariously through our cassette tapes.
Right.
we share them, the memories of the cassettes. Like he has a lot of cassettes that I wish I had, and I'm sure I have a few that he wishes he had. So
vice versa. I actually just got, guess what, Lobby? I just picked up I found Kill 'Em All and Destroy.
Sick.
Yeah,
wow.
right?
Destroy on cassette is so cool.
Right?
Yeah, rules.
What would you say are your best concert memories, Bobby?
For me, my best concert memory ever is going to see April Wine with my father for my first bar. It was like my first bar and nightclub show I ever got to go to. My dad brought me. I was turning 19 because here, 19, and it was like awesome. He brings me. I'm front row in front of April Wine. And I turn around to look at my father, and he's handing me a fresh beer every time I turn around. Like it was an epic moment. It was really fucking cool, and I'll never forget that.
Oh, that's nice. Good father-son moment.
My dad is a pretty rock and roll guy. So
did he introduce you to a lot of the music you listen to?
I mean, when I was really young, he took me for a drive in the minivan so we could show me Judas Priest and Black Sabbath. So I'm still eating sausages at the same time. I'm sorry, but
yeah, eat when you can eat.
He brought me for a drive to show me Sabbath and Priest, and he's an epic dude. So
nice. Have you guys seen Cobra Kai? Because it has a lot of 80s music in that show.
Oh my god. Yeah, that series is fucking, sorry my language, sick. Like it rules. Like it's like hair metal galore.
I kind of just binge watched it.
It rules, right? It's like really fucking good. Like
it was kind of intense. Like even some of the scenes at the school, I'm like, this would never happen, but it's kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, it's like half of it would probably never happen in real life. But what's really cool is if you're a fan of the Karate Kid movies, you kind of like, you have a different opinion of Daniel after watching this series.
Right? Like he becomes the hero of the show in a way.
Wow. It's like they switch roles almost, like it's well written for sure. I like it.
Yeah. No, I think it's also introducing a lot of younger crowd to, the 80s. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was well done. I loved it.
Awesome. Well, so Double Up is the latest single and video from you guys.
Yeah.
What was the experience like making a music video? Do you kind of enjoy making music videos?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So originally we were going to film it with some GoPros, which would have just completely shit the bed because they weren't really working. And so our buddy Gab, who filmed it, he came up with a bunch of his lighting and a bunch of his couple of his cameras. So we really saved the day on that one. But it was super cool. We filmed it in our buddy's garage. Insulation's falling out of the roof. We're huddled around the propane heater to stay warm. But after a good,
Gab really saved the day on that one for sure. Yeah. He saved the day.
Just dozens of beers.
It seemed like a lot of fun. I mean, watching it, it was entertaining. So
good. Glad you liked it.
Before we shot it, we were like expecting to shoot ourselves without Gab, and then when Gab was there, all the stuff was being shot, and Tom and I looked at ourselves and we were like, you know what, we would have sent him a lot of garbage footage. So it's really good that Gab came, and because he's a professional, that's what he does. So it was really good to have him show up and tell us, like, you guys were going to send me some garbage stuff. I'm glad I'm here to make this what it is. Like,
Yeah.
he's really good at what he does. So props to Gab for sure.
He saved it from being garbage.
Exactly.
Oh,
So,
he's really good. He's super good. It's awesome.
It turned out super well. We're super happy with it. It's really gotten out there, you know, like it's on a mitt full of YouTube channels, shared on a bunch of people's, you know, profiles and this and that. So we're really happy with how far it's reaching, you know.
Oh yeah, you guys seem to be, you know, on the right track, and I'm sure in the future you guys are going to be playing a lot of festivals.
We hope so.
Yeah, we hope so. We're really using this the old COVID time, you know, to our advantage, you know. So we just come out swinging, you know, come out on top. That's it.
Nice. Well, you know, the 80s were full of melodic rock music, and I know you guys both play guitar. So what would you say are your favorite guitar riffs? I know that it's hard to choose so many, but you know, is there one that really stands out to you?
I do. One of my favorite riffs of all time is some of the riffs in a Suicidal Tendency song. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow if I Can't Smile Today? Or I may have mixed it up. But anyways, How Will I Smile Tomorrow? Or anyway, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I get what you mean.
Yeah, that song has some of the heaviest riffs that I've probably ever heard in my life. And the song Dreamer Deceiver, Judas Priest is some of the best riff work I think of all time. So
nice.
That's what makes me write riffs right there.
Yeah, I'd have to say, I don't know, I really like so the song Turn Your Head Around by Tank, that guitar riff's just rocking, right? And when it comes to like bass licks and stuff like that, you know, you turn to Megadeth, you know, Triumph, you know, there's so many.
I know, right? There's so many.
You know, John Taylor of Duran Duran, you know, like his bass playing was phenomenal, you know.
Yep.
Is that
what's funny is like the more I hang out with Tom, the more I like Glass Tiger. It's like, which is hilarious. It's like I never used to listen to Glass Tiger at all, but he got me into a few tracks. Now, like I really think they have great songwriting, and so that's the.
Because they're Canadian, bud. They're Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Canada has some cool bands.
Yeah, sure.
I think, would you say like Rush is the most well-known Canadian band, or?
I would say it's the most well-known. But I mean,
yeah, they're definitely more worldwide.
For sure.
Yeah, there's like the big three in Canada, I'd say, you know, like Rush, Triumph, April Wine, right? I'd say those are probably the big three radio.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. 100%.
Well, what would you
festival, you know, that was just triumphant.
Triumph is basically the best band of all time, next to Judas Priest. Sorry.
What would you recommend to someone who is just starting to discover Triumph? Like, which album should they listen to first?
Oh my!
Or should they start from the beginning of their career?
Every Triumph song ever is amazing. There's zero bad Triumph songs, so it doesn't matter what you hear; it's gonna be awesome. But obviously, like, you know, Rock and Roll Machine era. If you want some heavier stuff, it's gonna get you into the band.
Yeah. I'd say Allied Forces, because that's the one album that really just got me, you know, Say Goodbye, Allied Forces, Magic Power, you know, amazing album, Side to Side. Where is it? I got it right here. You know. Boom.
Oh yeah, I've seen that cover before.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Definitely have to check out more of their music.
Oh,
they're an amazing band.
yeah.
Amazing.
Though, how Rick Emmett can sing and play how he does is phenomenal. You know,
Yeah, it's impressive.
This world. Gil Moore and Mike Levine, it's they're the power trio. You know, it's
100%. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's what I really appreciate about that era of music is that it was about the musicianship, you know.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Rather than just creating a quick hit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no fucking Rob Halford when it comes to singing, or you know, I'm better than I was 10 years ago for sure. But you know, I don't try to sing out of my range, really. And then again, you know, you can't duplicate that on stage, right? So you hear some of these guys doing recordings, right?
How many people can really replicate Rob Halford singing? Like it is not an easy thing to do, right? Like
yeah.
So I try my best to, you know, to sing. So it's step by step, getting bigger, better, you know. So it's hard when you smoke past a day, but you know, these are life hurdles that you must overcome.
I mean, Freddie Mercury did it, so.
Oh, Freddie Mercury is one of the best frontmen of all time.
Like I'm like a huge Freddie Mercury fan. Well,
I think he's amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry?
I think Freddie Mercury is actually amazing on stage. Like his performance live, he just like commands people. He's so good at what he does.
I know he has them like in the palm of his hand. He can just sing something really stupid and they respond to it.
He can do whatever he wants, and the people are gonna be like, "Yeah, Freddie said this."
I remember there was a video of him. He goes "fuck you" to the crowd, and they just start cheering.
Yeah, of course. Like it's Freddie Mercury. You can't say no. We're gonna say, "Yeah, fuck us, Freddie Mercury, fuck us." Like, of course, I would do the same thing. He's a legend.
If I could time travel, that's probably who I would go see for sure.
I would totally love to see Freddie Mercury in his prime. That would be super awesome.
My friend's mom always, you know, when we were growing up, anytime Queen would come on, she'd always say, "Oh, I saw Queen back in 1979 or something." And it was every time you hear it, it was like, wow.
I know, it's like they probably didn't realize what he would go on to become at that time.
No.
Oh yeah,
he was a martyr of rock and roll, that's for sure.
Yeah, and just his whole backstory about coming from Zanzibar, you know, all places.
It's really like crazy, his adventure.
Yeah. Well, what's next for you guys? What should people be on the lookout for?
Well, so the cassette just came out, so that'll be mailed out shortly. Like I was saying, there were some issues with the duplication place because of COVID, but it's getting out there over the weekend. The label just got the tapes, so we'll be getting the tapes early next week. We've got all the mailers all ready, so as soon as we get them, they'll be sent on out. And yeah, we're starting to look in booking tours, booking some, you know, some shows, some weekend runs. We're talking to a couple of different booking agencies to, you know, see where we can get out to. And yeah, like we say, we're using this time to our advantage, and we're coming out in force.
As you should. Well, I'm really excited for you guys.
Thank you. It's been very exciting, and you know, obviously we want to get out and rock and roll. So hopefully, and as soon as we can, we will. You know, we've got a show booked in Toronto right now for the end of September. So hopefully it goes through. I mean, nobody wants to play COVID restriction shows, so
yeah.
Hopefully everything's on the up and up. We can rock and roll.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, guys, I really appreciate your time, and I want Bobby to enjoy his sausage. So
I'm almost done with the sausages actually, so, but I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
yeah, well, thanks again, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on stage.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Bye-bye.